Okay, I'm going to do a little tutorial about the brain editor. Some people still don't know how to use it. This is going to be a little bit more in-depth, but not really. You'll see what I'm talking about. First thing you need to do, if you do not have the brain editor installed, you need to install it. So let's check it out.
Opening brain editor.
Okay, she's not going to open it because it's not installed. So to get the brain editor, you go to the store. Then you're going to go down to SDK and AIML editor. That's it. So you click on that and you install it. Now you'll see a progress bar here, and I'm actually glad this is doing it because I can show you if it looks like it's not installing, or if it hangs on you like it's not doing nothing. It's a very simple fix. Okay, what you do is you exit, go to settings.
Opening configuration module.
Now in settings you go to update. Oh, what is this? That's new. Anyway, let's update. Now when you update, it's going to download whatever you were trying to download in the store. In this case, the brain editor, or aka the AIML editor, as it was listed in the store. So it's going to take a moment. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to update, and then I'm going to restart Denise. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and updated and reinstalled. I'm sorry, not reinstalled, updated and reopened Denise. So now she has the brain editor installed. So let's log in. Okay. Excuse me. It's taking a moment.
Hi, Dominique. How's your day going? Speech recognition is disabled. Click in the red light to turn on. I can hear you. Speech recognition is disabled. Click in the red light to turn on.
Alright. So what we're going to do is, you can say brain editor, but I'm just going to type it.
Opening brain editor.
Okay. This is the brain editor. And this is where you can do custom commands with AIML. Now, AIML is a lot easier than it seems. It's basically, this is AIML. That's it right there. Now, there's 3 words: category, pattern, and template. The first line out of the 4, there's 4 lines. Out of the first one will always be category. The 4th line will always be category. It's this one. Think of it like an opening, and with this right here, and then the word, think of that as a closing. So it's like a bracket where line 2 and 3 are inside of that bracket. That is AIML. Now, the only thing you're going to do is you're going to alter line 2 and line 3. You'll never alter line 1 or line 4. So line 2 is what you want to say to trigger her response or the task you want her to complete. So let's say I want to ask her a question. What I'll do is I'll go in between the opening and the closing of the pattern on line 2, and this is where I'll type what I want to say. And I'm going to say my day sucked. Before I do that, let's see what she says when I type in or say my day sucked.
What else did you do?
Yeah, that was her response. Now I'm going to get her to respond with something, but when I say this command, it's not really a command, it's something I want her to respond to. My day sucked. So now when I say that, I'm going to get her to say something specific. So I'll have her say, "Oh no, are you okay?" Okay, that's it. We're done. Now, you're always going to want to name your AIML. I suggest doing this first. The reason why is because when you get a bunch of custom AIML files, you don't want them all the same name. You want to be distinctive where you can decipher what is what, because they'll all look like this AIML file and you won't know what it is unless you physically open it. So yeah, I named it Day Suck. This is just an example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to the lock and I'm going to click on it. Now what will pop up is a save as. It wants you to save as an XML document. Now this is basically saving your project. Let's say you put 10 different AIML files or commands here. You could save it and later go back and alter anything you want or fix anything you want by just opening this one file. So project, I'm going to save it on the desktop and name it day. You can name it whatever you want. Now it's going to say select folder to save encrypted AIMLs. This is where it gets a little tricky. You're going to click right here and you're going to go to C drive, Guile3D, modules, AIML engine, then AIML, users, and then mine says Dom because that's the name of my profile for Denise. This will be the name of your profile, but mine is Dom. So we're going to just select Dom and hit OK. Save.
Cryptography finished.
So she's going to compile the AIML and you're going to go back to chat. She takes a moment. See, there she goes. My day sucked.
Oh no! Are you okay?
Okay, see? If I said it or typed it, she responded because I programmed her to respond to that. That's if you want her to say something. Now let's say we want her to do something random or have random responses. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to use the random tag. Now I'm going to give it some space here. I'm going to go to the beginning. I'm going to go to the beginning of line 3 after the opening template. And I'm going to choose random. Now, you can add as much as you want. These options 1, 2, and 3, these are the random responses. So I'm going to delete that. And I'm just going to fill it in. Or no, sucks for you. Or also, I hope it gets better. Okay, so now when I say my day sucked, she will pick and choose any one of these responses. Now if I want to put 50 different random responses, I could. I just copy and paste. And then I'll just put it on the next line and just fill it in. Tomorrow will be better. And you just do that for as many random responses as you want. So now I'll save it, because when you save as a project, you have to save it when you alter it. So this was, before I did the random responses, I had already saved this particular AIML. So I'm going to save it again, save in the project, and then I'm going to compile it again.
Cryptography finished.
So now, when I say my day sucked, she's going to choose one of these 4 responses.
Oh no! Are you okay? Tomorrow will be better. Oh no! Are you okay?
You get the idea. Okay, let's say we want her to do something. Now you're going to go on the right hand corner and you're going to see this little box. Now don't let this intimidate you. It's a lot easier than it looks. AIML tags are different than other tags in the tags category. Most of the time I use the tags instead of this. I mean, I'll occasionally use the star tag, but that's for another time. So let's say let's do a new document. New. Let's get a new AIML file. Let's see here. I know, we can make her go to a website. So let's name this Twitter. Okay. I'm going to put in line 2, remember in line 2 is what I say to trigger the response or the task I want her to do. So I can put, I wanna be social. And then let's say I want her to open Twitter. Now there's 2 ways to do this. You can use the internal browser that is inside of Denise. If you want to do that, you go to a web browser and see there's something already here. So in between the 2 templates on line 3, which is her response or her actions that you want her to respond with, you'll click that and you just change this to twitter.com. Now this is only if you want to use her personal web browser within Denise, but if you want to launch the website in your default browser, it's a little different. Let's see here. I'm going to go to run. Now instead of notepad.exe, I want to put www.twitter.com. Okay, so now when I say I want to be social, she will open my default browser and go to twitter.com. Now let's say I wanted her to say something in response to her response. Now if you want her to say something before the task or the action, you put it before the task in line 3. So I can make her say, how fun. Now if I wanted her to say it after the task, I would put it after the task but before the ending or the closing of the template. So think of this as a bracket. Template, template, it's a bracket, just like the category was a bracket. So in this case I want her to say something after she goes to twitter.com. Sounds like a good time. Now what's going to happen is I want to say I want to be social, and she's going to say how fun. Then she's going to run the browser to twitter.com. Then she's going to say sounds like a good time. That's it. Now when you work with the brain editor and you do custom commands, you most likely do not have a computer that can do task after task back to back to back to back to back. You have to give it time for the computer to catch up. So it's going to take a moment for this to execute. It's going to take a moment to launch the browser, and it's going to take a moment for the internet to reach that website. So what you're going to have to do is add a wait or a silence. Let's see here. Let's go down to silence 1000. Now silence 1000 is basically wait 1 second. This is milliseconds. 1000 milliseconds is 1 second. So I'm going to have her wait 4 seconds. And then she's going to say, sounds like a good time. That's it. Let's see if this works.
Cryptography finished. I don't see the difficulty.
Ooh. Did I do that wrong?
I don't see the difficulty.
Okay, I might have did that wrong. Okay. For some reason it's not working. Let me change it to something else. Social bug. I am.
Cryptography finished.
So now I changed it to social bug I am.
How fun. Sounds like a good time.
Okay. Well, you can see between the time it took her to say how fun, sounds like a good time, she waited 4 seconds. Now I didn't have the wait long enough for this would pop up, and after it already popped up she would say it. To do that I would just have to have her wait a little bit longer, but she did it. That's that. Let's see here. Okay, what are we gonna do? Just go through here and you'll see all these different tags, and you'll start to get it when you just read it and go through it and think about what these tags actually do. Let's say you wanted her to perform a keyboard shortcut. Okay, I don't have any example offhand. That's probably not a good example. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, look. This is one I can show you. Agent show. Maximize, minimize, normal. Okay, I'm going to start a new AIML. I'm going to name it show. Okay. And then I'm going to put, hey Denise. And then I'm going to have her say yes. Then I'm going to have her show as normal. So I'm going to add something similar but not the same. So I'm going to add another one and name this go away. I'm going to say thanks, and she's going to say no problem, and then go away. Agent show minimize. So when I say thanks, she's going to say no problem and go away. Okay.
Cryptography finished.
what did I put? Oh, I put, hey Denise, okay.
Yes? No problem.
Okay, she was supposed to minimize. She did not, but I'll have to figure out why, but you get the idea. I gotta cut this video short because the time limit for YouTube videos, I'm coming up on that. But there's so much more you can do with the brain editor. There's a file, it's the tags manual. I'll list it on the forum when I post this video. Read it, and it seems like it's hard to learn. It's really not, and it'll give you examples of things you can do, and we can go from there. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll try my best to help you out. Thanks.